Welcome back, everybody. We are now in session number 20. It is the month of Lipan, and it is the 7th of the month. It's around 12 noon. Party has just left the city of Paranch, and they're on the eastern road traveling north to Zadaxi. And meeting them on the road, it seems like the fates have turned, as once more an old friend has surprised the party with a welcome. It is Hamilton the Harmonious, their bard friend, as it were, or enemy from Vine Shaper. He just called out Oozes attack, and so I'd like everybody to go ahead and roll initiative.
19. Sibo got a 9.
Oh yeah, I forgot to roll for Silrin.
Yeah, so unfortunately Emir is stuck. Like, his injury came back, and he decided to stay in Paranch to get his ankle checked out. But he said that he will try to meet you in Zadaxi later once his ankle has healed. So that has left the party as a party of 4. That's Emir, the giant.
Where is Silrin's character sheet? Yeah, Silrin got a 6.
Ooze, jelly, ooze.
Yay.
So many.
Where's Hamilton in the order?
There was more.
Yep. So in the field, the party is currently trying to cross a bridge. Hamilton is standing on the other side of this bridge. He is a slightly tan-skinned Eladrin bard wearing a really nice gray leather coat. And on the bridge are 2 gray oozes. And in the large dry riverbed beneath the bridge, you see a number of gray oozes and ochre jellies. The party is also kind of standing next to each other. Closest to the party is a group of 3 different gray oozes. So in total, you see 6 gray oozes, 4 ochre jellies, and Hamilton standing far away from the group on the other side of the bridge.
Okay, so does anyone have any way to hit Hamilton before he runs away? Because he's very far away from us, and he could just run away really easily.
Vicious Mockery is the best I got, unfortunately.
I can do Hunter's Mark.
I don't know what that does. I don't play Rangers.
Hunter's Mark is a bonus action. You mystically mark, and it deals an extra 1d6 damage whenever you hit it.
So it wouldn't actually be able to spot it?
Yeah, you can spot the target, but it doesn't help your allies hit the target any better.
Yeah, but if I'm hitting him and then the other people take care of oozes, that's also good balance, no?
Oh, yeah. Yes, it is.
Just talking about tactics.
Yeah, you can. I'm letting you talk about tactics for a little bit before we get started.
So, my basic plan is to get to Hamilton. And that means running these 25 feet and then trying to hit these oozes and get them out of the way. Ooh, wait, what's the range for? Okay, so I think the first thing I'm going to do is cast Silence on Hamilton, because that would inhibit him and his everything. And then run over and do as much damage as I can, maybe from the bridge, if I can get rid of the oozes.
Hunter's Mark is only good for 90 feet.
Well, somebody's going to have to move closer for a change.
Yeah. But the oozes are on the way, so I'm kind of...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but if I hit him, and if he's bleeding, can I also track it that way?
What do you mean?
Like, if I hit him with the bow and he's bleeding, right?
Yeah.
That he's gonna leave a trail of, blood.
Yes, he will leave a trail of blood. So if he goes invisible, you'll still be able to see the blood.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds like a good idea. Yeah. So I'll hit him.
You're kind of far away, but maybe I'd let you do a perception check or something to see. Yeah. Yep. All right. Is everybody ready then?
Let's do
I
it.
think
Yeah,
so.
Hamilton calls out and says, "Hey, bonfire crew, who's that elf you got with you, hanging with you now?" He's using prestidigitation thaumaturgy to amplify his voice, so you can hear him. He's quite far. He's about 100 feet away.
Can I counter thaumaturgy?
Yeah.
I'm gonna use thaumaturgy and say it's none of your business.
He shouts back at you and says, "Well, then I guess if he's a friend of yours, he's an enemy of mine."
And Melody will just lift a finger and cast silence. But I'd like to point out that she's not going to cast silence centered on Hamilton. She's going to cast silence centered around here, so that
Okay.
if he runs, he's stuck, but if he moves towards us, he isn't. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
So the silence won't actually impact him unless he goes that way.
Well, if I cast it centered here, it has a 20-foot radius,
Oh, 20 foot. Okay, yeah.
and that should get him. And it lasts 10 minutes, or concentration,
Okay.
so he can't use any verbal spells.
He just needs to leave this. He needs to leave it in order to remove the effect.
He does.
Okay. All right. So Melody casts a silence, which has an area of effect of 20 feet in a radius. You get Hamilton in that circle, which you can see him mouthing something back to you, but you can't hear it.
I don't think
Good.
he knows that he's silenced.
Yeah. I'm not sure he notices either.
And then I'm going to run up 25 feet as far as I can.
Woo!
I
At the end of your turn.
Do I have? Well, I'm trying to see if there's anything I have that I'm willing to have corroded. I don't know that there is actually anything I have that I'm. And
Short
maybe
sword?
Don't fall asleep, huh?
Don't you have short sword?
I do, but I don't know if I'm gonna lose it. Well, as a bonus action, I'm gonna grant Bat Inspiration.
You're gonna get Bat
Okay.
Inspiration. All right. So let me give that to Bat. All right. I believe that's the end of your turn.
That is everything.
All right. This rear jelly is going to move forward 2 spaces, and that's the end of his turn. Bat, it's your turn.
I'm going to move all the way up here,
Woo. Okay.
and then I'm going to get to punching this guy. Well, it's slime, but like whatever.
Okay.
First attack. Does an 18 hit?
Yeah, an 18 definitely hits.
Okay. D4. That wasn't supposed to be like a normal D4. That was supposed to be added. Sorry. I always forget how to roll in this thing. That is 4 damage.
All right. So you knock it down for 4 damage.
And then a second attack. Is a 14 hit.
Yeah.
D4 plus 3 again. And then that is a 5 damage.
All right. Tell us how you punch this thing.
I run up and start punching really hard. I don't have any cool flavor text for this one.
Okay. Yeah, you punch and you punch. You knock him around. The jelly, the ooze shakes around, and every time you punch it, it leaves an impression of a fist. And that is the end of your turn. You have a bonus action.
No, yeah, I used mine. No, that's the end of my turn.
All right. Next to act is this gray ooze that's closest to Melody. It's going to inch forward and attack Melody with a pseudopod, reaching out with an oozy arm. That is 17, which I believe that hits.
That hits.
That hits for 4 bludgeoning damage and 6 points of acid damage. Are you wearing armor?
Yes, I'm wearing armor.
What kind of armor?
I believe just plain leather. Yeah, just plain
Okay.
leather.
You notice that it tries to eat away at your leather as globules of its arm fall upon you, but it doesn't seem to be eating away at the leather in any fashion. That is the end of that ooze's turn. We're gonna go to this next ooze. This ooze is just gonna move closer. Can't really attack back because somebody's in front of him, so that's the end of his turn. And this jelly that's closest to the party is also going to move 10 feet closer, and that's the end of its turn. Sibo, you're next to act.
Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna move here.
So, Sibo, by the way, the maximum you can move is only 20 feet because you're still encumbered.
Encumber?
Yeah, you're carrying way too much.
Oh, okay. So here,
Yep, you can get there.
and I'm gonna shoot Hamilton. Has he been is he in full health?
Well, nobody's tried to attack him yet, so
20
yeah, 20 is going to hit.
for 7 damage.
With an arrow?
Yes.
All right. So you can see that he's mouthing something at you, but you can't hear him. And he's starting to realize that maybe he's been silenced by Melody's spell. And is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Next act is the gray ooze that is closest to Bat. It is also going to extend a gray arm, try to punch Bat in his face. That is a natural 1. It swings wildly in the air and does absolutely nothing. The monk is way too wily to get struck by this. That is the end of the ooze's turn. We're now going to move to the second jelly, which is closest to the party. The jelly is going to start climbing up the wall, getting closer and closer to Melody. This is the end of its turn. We're going to turn next to Silren.
Okay. What, he's got 35 movement. Do I want to fight up close into Miltade's stuff? Would that be what he would do? I'm gonna use longbow.
Your longbow.
Try to hit
Oh, okay.
this guy.
All right, let's do it.
Does an 8 hit?
Tell us what you're trying to do.
I'm trying to shoot the longbow.
Yeah, it hits.
Oh, okay.
Silren, the cleric, pulls out an arrow and knocks it, aims, and it fires, goes straightly into the center of this ooze and strike it for how many points of damage?
That is 6 points of damage.
All right. So, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
All right. So, we've got the ooze that's farthest away from the party, taking 2 steps forward. It's climbing down the rear face of the mountain, trying to get closer to the party. And then the ooze that was already on the wall closest to the party starts starts moving forward another 10 feet, getting ever closer to Sibo. It's now Hamilton's turn. Hamilton steps outside of the radius of Melody's silence spell, casts a spell, waving both of his arms at the party, directing it at Melody. And what it seems to do is awaken the weeds and grass in this area in a huge radius that captures all of the party members inside, as well as the 2 oozes and 1 jelly that are closest to the party. However, you know that these creatures can walk over any terrain, so it doesn't pose any difficulty. Basically, Hamilton has cast a plant growth spell, which means on future turns, every time you want to move, it takes 4 feet of movement for every 1 foot you want to actually move. So, for example, if you want to move 5 feet, you actually have to use 20 movement to do that. So some of the team will only be able to move 1 square per turn while they're in this grassy area.
Gross.
Does that make sense? Now that you can hear him, he says, he shouts out at you and says, hey, I think I've got grass on your feet. How about that?
We, in fact, do have grass on our feet.
I did that. That's the end of Hamilton's turn. He doesn't have a useful bonus action. Next, we're going to have this third jelly move a little bit closer to the party. This jelly that was on the rear wall is now going to slide into the dry riverbed a little bit closer to the party. Next to act is the gray ooze that is directly south of Bat. It's going to inch closer to Bat. And that is the end of the first round. We're going to start at the top of round 2 with Melody.
All right. Let's begin with some solid vicious mockery at Hamilton.
Okay.
And I'm going to call out, "Oh, did little Hamilton make the grass grow?"
What does he need to do?
He needs to make a
The wisdom?
15 wisdom save.
Oh, that's a nat 20. He got a 22.
Aw, foo.
And he shouts back and says, oh, little bard trying so hard, but actually has no skill whatsoever.
Haha, haha, haha. And...
Looks like I made you laugh more than your joke did.
Huh?
Is that the end of your turn, Melody?
I will use my bonus action to inspire Sibo.
With Bardic Inspiration.
Yes.
All right, so both Sibo and Bat have Bardic Inspiration right now. Thank you very much to Melody. And we're now going to turn to the Ochre Jelly that is furthest away from the party. It's going to inch closer by jumping onto the bridge, headed towards Bat. Next to act is Bat.
Okay.
Bat's got enemies almost getting closer to surrounding him. He's currently standing on the bridge, facing a gray ooze.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep hitting this one.
Right in front of you? Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. 23.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
D4, 3, 4 damage. Gonna hit it again. That's a 13.
That hits.
4 damage.
Matt, tell us how you hit this thing.
I'm gonna do like 2 pretty. I don't have any flavor text. It's way. I'm fighting blobs. They don't have much I could work with.
As much as it tries to like wiggle its way to the left when you try to kick it and you hit it with your kick, and then it tries to wiggle to the right, and once again you smack it with another kick. And so you notice that this ooze is almost dead.
Cool.
Okay, so that's the end of your turn.
Yeah, it's the end of my turn.
All right, this first gray ooze that's right next to
Alright.
Melody is going to reach out and try to strike her again with another punch. And this one is a 13. That misses. That is the end of that ooze's turn. We're going to turn to this gray ooze that is there's another gray ooze that's behind the one that Bat just hit. It's going to like crawl on top of the ropes of the bridge and try to like sustain itself on the ropes of the bridge and extend an arm out and try to smack Bat in the face. That is a 3 that's not going to hit. It's having some trouble maintaining its stability on the rope bridge, on the ropes of this bridge, but it manages to not hit Bat. We're now going to turn to this ochre jelly that is closest to Sibo, and it's going to move 10 feet closer to Sibo. That's the end of its turn. And now, Sibo, it's your turn.
So you said so it's gonna take 4 times more to move 1 feet?
Yeah, so because your movement is 20, you can only move 1 square per turn until his plant spell is over.
Okay. I'm gonna move 1 diagonal.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack the gel. Is it ooze or jelly? The silver ones?
The silver ones are oozes.
I'm gonna.
If you Blake, if you use the magnifying glass or you zoom in, you can read the name of each enemy on the screen.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna hit the ooze right below Melody.
Okay. Are you using your bardic inspiration or no?
Well, I can decide that after, no?
Yeah. I'm letting you do that.
Yeah.
All right, go for it.
22.
Yeah, 22 is a hit.
7 piercing damage.
Yeah, Sibo, that does a lot of damage. You notice that this ooze is starting to fall down a little bit.
And then I
Nice.
have my Colossus Slayer.
Yeah, go ahead and roll it.
I'm gonna do 1d8. That's another 6 piercing damage.
Wow, Sibo. So you notice that with the special ability, your arrow has damaged it much more than it had first anticipated. It recoils and shrinks back, and you notice that it is almost, it looks like it's almost dead.
Okay. That will be end of my turn.
All right, so next to act is the gray ooze that's right in front of Bat, and he's almost dead, but he's gonna, once again, try to strike it Bat right in the face. That is a 13? That's not enough.
Yeah, that's one under.
So if this ooze could curse, it would, but it doesn't have a mouth, so all you notice it do is like it just recoils, and if it had shoulders, it looks like it's shrugging.
Hmm.
Next to act is the yellow jelly that's closest to Bat. It's going to take one step forward and extend a yellow pod of goo and try to hit Bat in the face. That is a nat 2, so that is going to miss. And if the pod, because the pseudopod is like a fist, the fist just retracts back into its body, and it looks like it's a little upset. We're gonna turn next to Silren.
Okay, Silren, he's gonna shoot this one
Okay.
with his bow.
Okay.
So it's D20 plus 5. Does a 9 hit?
9 hits.
Okay, D4 plus... No, D8. Sorry, that's me. D8 plus 3. That is 4 damage.
Silren, tell us how you kill this ooze.
Silren pulls out his bow, perfectly lining it up to the ooze's body. They're just kind of all body. There's no really defining features. So yeah, he just perfectly lines it up and shoots his bow. Yeah.
The arrow flies in the air, lands squarely in the center of the belly of this creature, and you notice it contracts and shrinks into the ground and disappears. You have murdered this ooze. Well done, Silren. Silren, do you have a bonus action?
One second. Oh, he does have 2 weapon fighting. So I'm gonna
Oh,
shoot.
he used a bow though, so
Oh, okay. Does that not work?
yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no. And
You can move one. You can move one space.
Man. No, yeah, that's the end of Silver's
At the end of
turn.
his turn. All right. So, in that case,
Is Hamilton an elf or a half elf?
he's a elf, full elf, Aladdin elf. All right. So that was the end of Silren's turn. This gray ooze that's furthest away from the party is going to inch forward on the riverbed. It looks like it's about to climb the wall on its next turn. Next to act is the gray ooze that is closest to Melody, and it's going to take 2 steps forward and try to strike Melody with another gray pseudopod. Oh, that is a 23. That's going to hit. And Melody, that's going to do 4 points of bludgeoning damage and 5 points of acid damage. That's 9 points total of damage. Melody, you are quite hurt. Hamilton is going to go next. Hamilton pulls out a crossbow from his back, lines it up, and aims it straight at Melody. He releases a bolt
Okay.
And the bolt flies through the air and misses you, Melody, and it lands on the rocky ground behind you. As a bonus action, he is going to cast Healing Word on the ooze that's closest to Bat that looked like it was about to die.
You better not. Jesus.
And it heals 5 hit points.
That's like 1 hit worth of damage.
That's the end of Hamilton's turn. Hamilton says to you, Bat, oh, you're just gonna need to fight harder. Too bad you're standing on all that. Too bad there's so much grass on your feet.
I'm going to murder this man.
All right. The ooze that's on the southernmost ooze on the screen takes 2 steps forward, closer to Bat. And the jelly that is already in the dried up riverbed also takes 2 steps forward and gets closer to Bat. That is the end of round 2. We're going to start round 3, and once again, Melody, you're first to act. At this point, only 1 ooze is down. There are 5 gray oozes and 4 jellies left in the field, as well as Hamilton.
I would like to cast Vicious Mockery again and just call out half elf, and then, well, yes.
That's supposed to be an insult?
Yes, it is.
Saying he's a half elf?
I'm a full elf. I'm a full elf, you dumb halfling. He got
That's
a 12.
That's not really an insult. That's just incorrect.
It
It
worked.
doesn't matter whether it's right or not.
It somehow rattled him that you called him a race that he was not. And
Like
what
if I
happened,
shouted.
Melody?
That's what. Like if I shouted, black person at a clearly white person. It's like, what? That's just wrong.
It clearly rattled Hamilton, though. What? Melody, what's the effect of that?
1 psychic damage and disadvantage on his next attack.
1 psychic damage, okay. And disadvantage on his next attack. All right. Let's give him a red thing. Is that the end of your turn?
I will now Healing Word myself.
Yeah. Okay. Tell us what you get.
And
Oh wait, you can cast it as a normal action, right? Not as a bonus.
Healing Word is a bonus action.
Oh, okay. So Vicious Mockery was your main action.
Yes.
Healing Word is your bonus action. Gotcha.
Yes. And that is 7 hit points.
Okay, so I believe you're back at 19,
I am.
and now that's the end of your turn.
That is.
All right, there is 1 yellow jelly, ochre jelly, that's on the bridge. It's going to take 2 steps forward, getting really close to Bat. It's the end of its turn. Bat, it's now your turn. Yeah, Bat is currently surrounded. There are 2 gray oozes directly east of Bat, and an ochre jelly directly south of Bat.
We'll attack this one.
Okay.
Hit it with a normal hit. That's the 9. Does that hit?
Yeah, a 9 hits.
Okay. D4 plus 3. That's 5 damage.
All right.
Then I'm going to do a flurry of blows.
Okay.
And hit this one and this one.
Okay.
D20 plus 5. That's 14, so that hits.
That
D20,
hits.
Or D4 plus 3. That's 5 damage to this one.
Okay.
And then 20 plus 5. That's a D100, not a D20. D20 plus 5. 17 to this one. So that hits. And then plus 3. 5 damage. And I'm going to use an open hand tech to push it back 15 feet.
Simultaneously?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it falls off the bridge.
Yeah, so it falls off the wall.
Yeah, just goes back 15 feet.
Okay. Bat, you also managed to kill that first gray ooze. Tell us how you kill it.
I charge up my fist to do like a cool uppercut, like a Hadouken, or not a Hadouken, sure you can, yeah.
And you knock it out with that crazy punch. So the gray ooze that's closest to you is now dead. Meanwhile, with your flurry of blows, you managed to push back this ochre jelly that was closest to you. But you notice, as you push it back, it has split into two. So where there was one jelly, now there are two. Let's see. The gray ooze that's diagonal from you, Bat, is going to try to strike at you, hitting you in the face for 0 points of damage as you are too quick, and you dodge it as it's a globule of ooze tries to hit you. This ochre jelly that is closest to Melody takes 2 steps forward, getting closer to her. That's the end of its turn, and now Sibo, it's your turn to act.
I'm gonna attack Hamilton.
Okay.
Oh, with my longbow.
Okay, let's do it.
Sorry, I thought that was kind of given.
Yeah, I realized. I realized it after I said it.
21.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. So it's 11 piercing damage and 1d8 bonus.
Okay.
Wow, that's another 8.
He curses at you, Sibo, and says, "Gnome, go home. Bloody short people trying to take me out. Get out of here."
Why does everyone make fun of short people?
Yeah, how rude, right? Someone called for. Sibo, is that the end of your turn, or do you have a bonus action?
That is it.
Okay.
And I'm actually, hang on a second.
Yeah, you can move if you want.
I'm gonna move one diagonal forward. So, here.
Okay. Yeah. Next to act was the jelly that Bat caused to fling itself away from him. And both of those two jellies are going to take 10 feet forward. That's the end of their turn. Silrin, you're next to act.
Oh, yeah, Silrin. I'm playing Silrin. I'm going to shoot the one over here. Oh, wait. Can you do that? Using the wrong tool. Shoot this one.
Yeah, go for it.
20, so I'm guessing that hits.
That does hit.
9 damage.
And Silrin, when you strike this big yellow jelly with your arrow, it splits into 2 very small jellies. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, it's the end of Silrin's turn.
All right.
He'll move up. He'll move up 1.
Okay. Next to act is this gray ooze that's not on the bridge, but it's going to move 10 feet forward and hang on the ropes of the bridge. He is within melee range of Bat, and then he is going to try to strike Bat once again in the face. That is a 14.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
That hit. So this pseudopod extends itself and strikes you for 4 points of bludgeoning damage plus 4 points of acid damage. That's 8 points total. And Bat, you're not wearing any armor, so you notice that none of the gray, ooze that's on you is impacting what you're wearing in any way. But it's gross. As this happens, by the way, you're noticing Wasabi is trying to grab at the globules of ooze that have just struck you.
Mm.
It's a little weird, but that's the end of his turn. This next ooze that is closest to Melody is going to strike at Melody. So he extends a pseudopod, and that's a nat 20. That's not good. Melody, that's going to do 6 points of bludgeoning damage plus 8 points of acid damage. That's 14 points total. Uh-oh, that's not good. You're down to 5. Are you carrying any metal weapons?
No. I think I have them all stowed right now because I'm just spells.
Okay.
Things.
Okay, then that is the end of that ooze's turn. We're going to go to Hamilton next. Hamilton is going to take 4 steps in this direction and cast Cure Wounds on himself.
Oh my god.
Is that verbal?
Yeah.
It can, because Melody casted
No, but he's out of the range.
Yeah.
But did he walk back in? Because if I cast it here, then he's within 20 feet.
No, then he's going to go here then.
Yeah. Wait. No, that actually still works.
Here. Here. Bloody hell. Here. That's 25 feet. So Hamilton actually moves forward toward the group and heals him. I rolled like a bunch of 2s, so he didn't heal himself for that much. Melody, question about the effect you gave. Does that effect last more than 1 round?
It lasts on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn. So no, it just lasts its next turn.
Okay, so it's gone now. It didn't attack.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's the end of his turn. We're going to turn next to the ochre jelly that is furthest away from the party. He's going to move 2 steps forward, get a little bit closer to Bat, and that's the end of its turn. Followed by the gray ooze that is directly south of Bat. It's going to move forward onto the ropes of the bridge and hit Bat in the face with a pseudopod, but he misses as it sort of dangles precariously from the ropes of this bridge. That's the end of that ooze's turn. And that's the end of the round. We're going to go to round 4. Melody, you're first to act. Melody's not looking so good right now.
How much is Melody at?
Well, they've all congregated around us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can't see your health because it's being blocked by the slime above you.
Yeah.
Well, it's at 5, if you're wondering.
Oh. Okay, I'll get Silverin to heal you once I figure out how Silverin actually heals. I don't play clerics, you...
Anyway, Melody, what are we doing here?
So I'm moving diagonally here.
Oh,
And then-
doesn't this ooze get an opportunity attack?
Oh. Shoot. Well, yeah, it does, but I'm not going to move. And I think I can hit him. I can hit him. Aha, that was the point of the spell, to keep him near us, so I can hit him. But I don't know if it's more important to save my own life right now.
Oh,
Well,
it's
that's D&D. So you have to decide.
Oh, it's touch, and I can only move 1 space. Oh no, my bad.
No, Gerald, Silverin can also use Healing Word, which does not require touch.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
why that's the spell I've got.
Healing word.
Melody? I don't know what she should do. Well, she'd probably vicious mockery Hamilton again, and just call out "coward," and then use her bonus action to inspire Silverin.
Okay, so let's inspire Silverin. And he's gonna say, "Oh, these halflings think they're funny, but really they're just useless." Oh, that's an act 2, so your spell works.
Yay!
Is it 1 point of psychic damage, you say?
That is this time around. He gets to take 3 points psychic damage.
Oh, 3 points of psychic damage. All right.
Yeah.
And he has disadvantage on the next attack roll.
Yes.
Okay. And use your bonus action to give Silverin a Bardic Inspiration. That is the end of your turn, Melody. We're going to turn next to the Ogre Jelly that is closest to Bat. And it is now going to hang off the ropes of the bridge so it can get an attack on Bat. Actually, it's going to stand on the dead body of the former ooze and extend a yellow pseudopod to punch Bat in the face. And that is a 13.
That doesn't hit.
Which, that misses. Okay, so that's the end of the jelly's turn. The arm contracts back into its belly, and again, if it could shrug, it would shrug. Bat, it's now your turn.
Okay, cool. I might go for something a little risky. I'm gonna be a little bold today.
Let's be bold.
I mean, the only thing I can do is just continuously punch everything around me. Like, there's nothing else I can do.
Hamilton yells out, is your party normally this slow in deciding things?
I'm gonna yell back to him, shut the fuck up. You stand there and just send your slimes like a little dumb baby because you can't actually come up and fight us.
What a boring string of words from such a useless monk. He shouts back at you.
I'll show you fucking useless and kick your ass.
Oh, where are you? Where are you then? Oh, I'm afraid you're surrounded by all my friends right now. Good luck with that, monk.
I'm going to kick his ass so goddamn hard.
Yeah, how are you gonna do that? Because you're like on this bridge, you're pretty far away from Hamilton, and you're surrounded by 4 oozes.
I'm gonna do it by being cool.
Okay.
That's the plan. I'm gonna hit this one. Sorry this is taking me so long. I'm gonna hit
Yellow
this
jelly?
one.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry this is taking so long. I literally only have like physical and like a dart, so like it's hard to fight this many enemies. That's a 21. Plus 3, not 4. D4. That's 5 damage. Then I'm gonna use my bonus action to flurry of blows.
So before your flurry of blows, your first strike actually manages to connect, and it splits that jelly into 2. Go ahead and flurry of blows.
There's too many of them. This is gonna make me cry. Anyway, I'm gonna hit this guy. Hit this one. Well, first I want to hit this one.
Okay.
24.
Hits.
D4 plus 3. 5 damage to this one.
And when you hit that jelly diagonal from you, it also splits into 2. So
No.
there are now
Please, no.
There are now 8 jellies on the screen.
There's
Hamilton
too many.
says, you're making this harder on yourself, but you do you, monk.
I am giving the biggest middle finger right now. The
I wish I could
largest.
see what you're doing, but you're surrounded by jellies. It's a shame. It's a real pity, actually.
Okay, so I'm gonna hit this one. 12.
Yeah,
That doesn't
12
hit.
hits.
12 hits. Okay, never mind. 4 damage.
Yeah, and that jelly also splits into 2. So you are actually surrounded by like
If
7 enemies
only
right now.
someone with magic had an AoE spell.
Well, it's not their turn yet. Next to act is the
No, it's a joke. No one
Yeah,
can do
I
that.
heard you.
No one in the party can.
So next to act is this gray ooze that is diagonal from you, Bat. It is going to reach out and try to strike you in the face with a gray arm of ooze, and that is a 15.
Yeah, that hits.
That hits 4 points of bludgeoning damage plus 9 points of acid damage. That's 13 points of damage total.
Oh no.
Oh, you're now at 10 points, hit points. That's not good. Next to act is the ochre jelly that is closest to Melody. It's going to take 2 steps forward and strike at Melody with a long yellow arm of pus. And that is a 13. Melody, that misses. That is the end of that jelly's turn. Sibo, you're next.
Oh god, who to attack?
I mean, you got plenty of options.
Yeah.
I know, but like it's.
No, I know. That
There's
wasn't
almost
serious.
double the enemies than there were 10 minutes ago.
I mean, they were gonna split up no matter what.
Yeah, true.
Okay, so I'm gonna hit this one.
Okay.
Do I have to tell you that I'm gonna try to use spell?
Yes, you do.
What if it is bonus action? Do you have to tell ahead, or can you do it after?
You can usually do a bonus action before your main attack. So what do you want to do?
Oh, I got natural 20.
All right, so you are trying to hit this target, which is the yellow jelly, natural 20. So roll the damage first, and then cast your bonus action.
And that's 10
Okay, so
damage.
the first thing that happens is that you murder this first jelly, and when you cast your bonus action, Sibo, tell me what damage you do.
Okay, so... And that's another 7.
Okay, so all of them fail their saving throws, which means all of the enemies surrounding the one that you murdered also take 7 points of damage. So, Sibo, you notice that the gray ooze closest to Bat looks very weak. You have murdered another jelly that was diagonal directly from Bat, that was hanging off of the ropes. So I'm sure Bat is thankful for that. One jelly that you hit splits into 2. And, Sibo, you murder the last jelly diagonal in that area of effect. So, from your first arrow, it sprouts the thorns and sort of it pierces all of these enemies in a circle around it. So well done. Killed 2 jellies in one. You've killed 3 jellies in one turn, and I think that's the end of your turn.
And so I have a question about Colossus Slayer. It only applies to the one that I'm attacking, right?
The main one, correct?
Okay,
He's
so
already
it won't
dead.
have. Oh,
Right,
okay.
yeah, because you already murdered him, so it wouldn't apply.
Okay, all right.
All right, well done, Sibo. We're going to turn to the ochre jelly that is alive next. Oh boy. So this jelly's going to move forward, hang on the ropes, and try to attack Bat. That is a 23. That's going to hit. Bat, you're struck 4 points of bludgeoning damage plus... I'm sorry, not 4. 9 points of bludgeoning damage plus
Okay, so I'm out.
6 points of acid damage. Are you unconscious?
I'm out. Yeah.
This jelly's originator has a turn, and it's diagonal from Bat, but Bat's unconscious. So it's going to move forward 2 steps and try to strike at Melody. And that's a 13. Misses? Miss. And this last jelly that had split apart will also move 2 steps to the left, and that is the end of all of those jellies. We're going to turn to Hamilton next. As a bonus action, he's going to cast Healing Word on the gray ooze that is... on the yellow jelly that is closest to Melody. So Melody, you notice the jelly that's right in front of you looks like it's getting a little bit stronger. Hamilton shouts out at Melody, doesn't look so good to be you right now.
Can we just... Okay.
That's the end of Hamilton's turn.
Okay, team. I want this man to perish no matter what happens. I don't care if it's this fight. I don't care if it's the next fight. I need to murder this man. No matter what. It needs to happen. I decide it needs to happen. We cannot leave this. We can't leave him just coming back every time looking smug. I need him to die.
There's a yellow jelly that's been climbing up the side of this dry riverbed that has finally made it to the top of the ledge where Melody is, and it's going to move diagonal so they can attack Melody.
And I'm going to use Cutting Words on their attack roll,
Okay.
because otherwise I'm going to suffer.
Probably.
And that takes off 1 from the attack roll.
Melody, it got a 3 and it misses. And it doesn't seem perturbed by this at all. Oh, Grey Ooze number 3 is going to move 1 step forward and attack Melody diagonally. It has given up on attacking Bat because Bat is unconscious. So now it's going to attack Melody, and that is a 14.
So it misses.
And it misses, and it shrinks. Its arm shrinks back into its body. That's the end of that round. We're going to go to the top of round 6, I believe. And Melody, you're still alive. What would you like to do?
Okay, well, I'm going to pull out my Fokwick and Bandor and strum it and cast fly on myself.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Why didn't you cast fly in the beginning and just fly over to him and hit him?
Because I didn't
I ended the fight so quickly.
All right, go ahead and fly.
So I have a flying speed of 60 feet.
Okay.
Or you could have cast fly on me and then I could have flown over to him. It's really hard.
Okay, but the reason I didn't cast fly on you is that, or actually, can I cast?
You can cast it on any willing creature, so it's you or even an ally.
Yeah, I know, but I can't have 2 concentration spells at once, so I'm sacrificing my silence for this.
Yeah. Well, Hamilton's not
already
near
had
that
his
certain
silence.
radius anymore.
Yeah.
I know. So I'm going to. I think I'm gonna cast fly on myself and
Okay.
healing word on bat.
Okay. So where are you flying to? Could you
I'm
land
gonna
first?
fly up and diagonally. I'm gonna move right over bat.
Melody, because you're out of the grass, you can actually take your full fly movement,
Hey, cool.
which is what,
That's
30, I think? 35?
That's 60. Fly gives you 60 feet. So
Kill Hamilton.
Where would you like to go?
I don't know where I want to go. I think I'll go. Sure, I'll go. I don't want to go too far away from everyone, so I'll be here. I'm over a dead ooze, so it doesn't matter.
But now you're standing next to a live yellow jelly.
No, because I'm up in the air.
Oh, yeah. Well, true. So you're going to be flying aloft over the
Yes.
riverbed.
I'm gonna
And
be.
you're going to cast Healing Word on deck. So go ahead and do
Yes.
that.
I put that oh, here, I'll put it in red. 15 feet is how high I am above the
Okay.
top edge of this crevice. Does that make sense?
Yep, gotcha.
And then healing word on bat. I'm gonna use it at the 2nd level. And give that 4 plus 4 plus 5. That's 13 hit points.
Whoa. Look who's alive again. Hamilton calls out to you, Melody, and says, "It is so cute how dumb you all look.
Oh, yes.
Nice job flying and still being surrounded by all my friends."
Thank you.
There are
Yeah.
2 jellies on the bridge, and they're both gonna get off the bridge because they can't reach bat anymore. So they're both just gonna move forward and try to go around to try to hit bat another way. But there's one jelly that's directly in front of bat. It's gonna stretch out a yellow pseudopod and try to hit bat in the face. That is a 6 that misses. That's the end of that jelly's turn. Bat, it's now your turn.
Cool. Okay, I'm going to use a key point and dash. So my speed is now 80. And I'm going to like grab onto the side.
Of the rope, okay. And
Yeah.
do they get opportunity attacks when you dash? I think they do.
But they do, but that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. I can just luck point my way out of it.
Okay, show me which direction you're moving in.
I'm gonna move like this way.
Okay, so
Wait,
1,
how
2,
far is
3,
that? Wait.
4, 5 jellies get to
and-
try to attack you before you
20.
leave.
Oh, I can move all the way up here, 40 feet.
Yeah, you can.
I'm gonna kick his ass.
Okay, well, hold on. So as you get onto this rope, 5 jellies get a chance to attack you first. Let's see what happens.
Do it. I've got 3 luck points.
13 is a miss.
That's a miss.
Can I use cutting words on attacks that don't go towards me?
Well, they're all going towards that right now.
Yes. So can I cutting words one of them?
Yeah, well, the second one's gonna hit, so you could want to use it on that.
Yes.
Okay.
What does cutting words do?
Takes an inspiration dice and removes it from the attack roll.
You're using this as a reaction, right?
Wait, what?
Yeah. That's a 6.
So it subtracts 6 from the roll.
Yes.
Okay, so now it's got a 17. That's still gonna hit.
I had a
so
23.
Yeah, there's a natural 19. So the
I'm
total
gonna
is
luck
23.
point. I'm gonna luck point then. Re-roll that. Re-roll
Oh,
your.
I see.
Re-roll your attack.
Reroll is a 9, so the reroll misses.
You miss.
The next gray jelly tries to attack. It misses. The gray jelly tries to attack. It was diagonal from you. That is a 15.
Luck point again.
So it missed. Oh, I re-rolled. And I got a nat 20 that time.
Fuck.
That got you for 8 points of bludgeoning damage. And 12 points of acid damage.
Yeah, okay, I'm out then.
So before you manage to get all the way out, you're unconscious, like, right around here. Good try. That's the end of your turn. I mean, that was 5 enemies you were running away from. Next to act is this gray ooze, which is going to go 2 steps diagonal, try to get a little closer to Melody. That's the end of its turn. And this ochre jelly that's closest to Sibo is going to move 2 steps forward and strike at Sibo. That's an 11 that misses. Sibo, now it's your turn.
Oh, this suddenly got really tricky, huh?
This was already really tricky. There's like 20 slimes and they split up. And a dude outside just casting spells and whatnot.
Hamilton yells out at you, Sibo. You silly little gnome. You don't belong in this party. You're absolutely worthless. Go take your bow and run away.
Like you do I'm unconscious.
I'll take that and call out like you do every time.
Every time. Not this time.
Because you think you're winning.
Well, I am winning.
I am going to
Mm-hmm.
try to hit that one.
Yeah, it's a good move. I see what you're doing. Go for it.
I mean, I don't want to, but just have to.
I know.
24, that's
That
better
hits.
hit. That's 9 damage.
All right.
And I am going to cast...
Hail of Thorns.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a great move.
And that's 7 damage all around.
Okay, so every enemy, including the one you just struck, takes 7 points of damage unless they make their save. So I gotta roll some saving throws. 3 of them make their saving throws, so they take half damage. And so these oozes start shrinking a little bit. However, 2 of the other jellies take full damage. And both of these jellies, you notice, Sibo... Oh, one of the jellies you notice is almost dead. He's barely clinging to life. But one of the other jellies you managed to strike exactly where you need to with a hail of thorns, and it is now dead. Well done. All right, Sibo, that's the end of your turn. We're going to turn to the ogre jelly. The 2 ogre jellies that are closest to Melody, but because Melody is flying, I guess they can't hit her at the moment. So instead, they're going to try to move closer to Sibo, both of them. That's the end of their turn. We're going to go to Silrin next.
This is... Okay, so spiritual weapons with bonus action cast. Spell cast.
Hamilton is shaking his head at the party. Look at these babies making terrible
I'm going
decisions.
to stab that man in the whatever. I'm gonna. It's a bonus action on your turn. You move your weapon up to 20.
It would be nice if this were actually challenged, but
Melody, do you need
I
any
guess I'll
healing?
have to. I guess I have to deal with this.
Melody, do you? I assume so. But is that? Can you heal yourself? Okay, healing word then.
So Silrin is going to do healing word on Dak.
No, on Melody.
On Melody, okay. Hamilton is yawning.
Spellcasting modifier +3. So it's a
Bumbling little elf.
It's a D4 +3. Okay. 5 damage. You're healed 5 damage.
Nope, that's
And
on Melody.
then-
Okay.
Thank
Yeah, as a normal turn, Silrin will shoot. This slime's almost dead. So is this one.
Yeah, there's a couple that's almost dead.
But which one do I shoot? Okay, I'll shoot this one because it's closest to Melody, and Melody's almost dying.
Okay.
That's 7, so I'm guessing that doesn't hit.
7. Well, you have
Bardic
Bardic Inspiration.
Bardic
Would you like to
Inspiration.
use it?
Yeah, I'll use that. How
Go
much
ahead
is
and
that?
roll a D6.
Roll it
Melody?
again.
I think it's a D6 now. Melody leveled up.
7 plus 6.
That hits.
What, 13? Yeah. And then that's a D8 plus 3. That does 8 damage.
Selrin, tell us how you kill this ochre jelly.
He does a cool. He lines it up again perfectly and shoots at its amorphous blob shape.
And you nail it right in the gut, and it starts to dissolve on the wooden slats of this footbridge. And is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's the end of his turn.
All right. In that case, there is a gray ooze that's going to move forward towards Sibo. That's the end of that turn. And this gray ooze is also going to move towards Sibo and strike at Sibo with a long gray arm for 17. That's going to hit, I think. Or 4 points of bludgeoning damage plus 9 points of acid damage. That's 13 points total. Yikes. And Sibo has a bow. What armor are you wearing, Sibo? Leather?
It's scale, so it rusts.
Yeah. Your scale mail has started to rust. And that is the end of its turn. The gray droplets that have landed on your armor are starting to corrode the pieces of armor on your scale. That's the end of that.
God damn it. I
turn.
just fixed the damn thing.
It's Hamilton's turn next. Hamilton delights at your current position, Melody. He waves both of his arms in the sky, toward the sky, and slowly but surely, or not slowly, quickly, a gray cloud forms overhead, and lightning bolts strike down on the ground around you, attempting to strike you with lightning damage. Melody, I need you to make a saving throw. A dexterity saving throw.
That's a 10.
That hits. You're not going to like this. That does 14 points of lightning damage. Oh, you're unconscious.
And if I'm unconscious, I probably also plummet to the earth.
Yeah, you do. Bat currently unconscious. Hamilton is laughing, saying, "This is child's play. This is way too easy." That is the end of his turn. Let's see, this jelly is going to move 2 steps forward and strike at Sibo. So Sibo is now starting to become surrounded. That's a 16. Does that hit?
Yeah.
That's going to hit Sibo for 4 points of bludgeoning plus 5 points of acid damage. That's 9 points total, I believe. No, 4 plus 5 is 9. Sibo, you are falling under a little bit. That is the end of that jelly's turn. Gray ooze over here is going to move a little bit closer to you, Sibo. And that's the end of round 6. Top of round 7, Melody, who's currently unconscious. What would you like to do? Death save?
Yes, let's death save. 6.
6 is 1 fail. Remember, you do have Bardic General Inspiration, so you can use that to re-roll. We're going to go to Ochre Jelly next, and it's going to move closer to Sibo. That's the end of its turn. Bat, would you like to make a death save?
Yeah, I'll make a death save. It's a normal D20.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Bardic Inspiration that.
Do it.
Actually, normal Inspiration that.
Okay.
That's a 12. Okay, cool.
12 is a success. That's the end of your turn. We're going to go to the Gray Ooze. That is actually next to you, and it's going to move away from you and towards Sibo. That's the end of its turn. The Ochre Jelly that is directly in front of Sibo strikes out another yellow arm of gooey substance and tries to smack Sibo in the face. That's a 21. That's going to hit for 4 points of bludgeoning plus 3 points of acid. That's 7 points total. Oh, Sibo, you're almost dead. Almost unconscious. Hamilton yells out at you, Sibo. Does that hurt?
I pulled out middle finger.
Sibo, now it's your turn.
Well, if I'm gonna die soon, I'm gonna die attacking.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my, I'm gonna attack. I got 21 and 13.
So you're still gonna hit. Okay. How much damage are you doing on this guy? And he's not at full health. You can use your Colossus.
It's 10, and
Okay.
then bonus of 3.
Sibo, tell us how you murder this jelly.
And then also I am going to use my last spell slot.
Yeah.
And then do Hail of Thorns.
Hail of Thorns. All right, so the
So
three
that's
jellies around
another-
it need to make a save. So go ahead and roll for damage, and I'm going to roll those saving throws.
That's 8.
Yeah. The first one connects, and the last one also connects. So you managed to strike 2 jellies for 8 points of damage. The yellow jelly, however, makes a saving throw, but it was so weak, you also managed to kill it. So you've killed 2 jellies in 1 turn. Well done, Sibo. Hamilton is surprised that you're managing to, take out some of his allies. He laughs and says, "Oh, so you're not going down without a fight." All right, so Sibo, that's the end of your turn. Next to
Wait,
act,
does this one die or?
this one no, but you hit it, so it's
Okay.
almost dead. This next jelly is gonna move 2 steps closer. Oh wait, no, it's gonna hit you. Another yellow jelly moves closer and tries to attack you diagonally, and it 15. Does that hit? So right.
So if it match, no, it's not.
Ooh,
I-
okay.
I'm armor class 16.
Okay. That's the end of his turn. Silren, your next act.
Heal
yeah.
me. Escape and heal me.
Okay. But the thing is, we got 3 downed party members. Healing. Okay, I'm stacking which one should be good. Healing Bat would mean that Bat can go run up and attack Hamilton with no problem. Healing Melody would probably be a bad idea because the slime would attack her. Healing you, it would be the exact same thing. The slimes are just gonna attack you.
Yeah, then heal Bat.
Is the grass spell concentration?
Yeah, it lasts 10 rounds.
Oh, it lasts 10. Oh, that's.
So 4 more rounds.
He's not concentrating. He just casted it and.
It lasts 10 rounds, yeah. Let me see if it's concentration. Oh, no, it's not concentration. It's instantaneous. So it's he doesn't have to concentrate. The grass is just there. Oh,
Okay.
boy.
Oh crap.
Okay, cool.
Well, up to you, Silren. Hamilton yells out to you, Silren. I thought you were supposed to be the smart one. Clearly you're not.
Hamilton can suck my entire ass. The
Oh.
whole thing. The entire thing.
Yeah. I'd love to, but you're 100 feet away, so that's never gonna happen.
I didn't mean that literally. You don't need to.
Yeah, I didn't mean that literally either, because you're gonna die. So it doesn't matter.
Do I heal that?
So the
Do-
DM, which is Matt, is going to suggest that you heal either Sibo or Melody, because Melody can also heal.
That's true. Melody can also heal, but
And
she can also
Sibo is helping to keep the jellies away from you if you keep him alive. So you have to decide what you want to do.
Ugh, fine, I'll heal Sibo. Fine, whatever. That's a,
Right.
what, D8
Well, if you,
heal?
yeah, it's healing word, so it's
Healing
whatever.
word. D4 plus spell, which is plus 3.
Yeah.
D4 plus 3, 5. He heals 5.
Right. So, Sibo, you're back at 7. So, Ren, you have a bonus action.
Oh, that was the bonus action. So
that
I'm
was.
going,
What's your main action?
I'm going to shoot. This slime.
Okay.
It's a 9 hit.
9 hits.
That's 7 damage to.
Yeah, Soren, you fail another arrow that strikes in the center of this ooze. The ooze looks like it's almost about to go down. That is the end of your turn. You're going to turn next to the gray ooze that was near it. It's going to move 2 steps closer to you. And the ooze that you just hit is going to attack Sibo. That's a 14. Sibo, I think it's...
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it misses.
Stop being
misses,
obnoxious.
Yeah. Sibo, you're too fast, and you dodge the strike of this ooze. It is now Hamilton's turn. Hamilton is going to cast a spell called Grease. And he's going to create an area exactly 10 feet by 10 feet surrounding the downed bodies of Melody and Bat. So basically, as soon as you stand up, you're probably going to fall down unless you pass a dexterity check.
Bro, he's making us play Smash Brawl. Oh, no!
You need a dexterity roll of 14 to not fall down. So you're surrounded by grease on the ground. And as his bonus action, he's going to cast Cure Wounds on himself. Oh man, I'm only like a bunch of
Cure
twos.
Wounds action. Cure Wounds is not a bonus action.
Oh, it's not a bonus action? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, it's Healing Word is a bonus action.
Healing Word is a bonus action. Well, then he's going to cast Healing Word on himself. 7. That's 7 to 20. That is the end of his turn. So, Hamilton is almost back at full health, by the way. The jelly that's right next to Sibo is going to try to strike Sibo. The jelly that's at full health. It will reach out and try to punch Sibo. 14 is a miss. That's the end of that jelly's turn. And finally, the gray ooze that is diagonal from Sibo is going to move 1 step forward and attack Sibo. That's a 22. That's going to hit for 4 points of bludgeoning plus 4 points of acid. That's 8 points total. Sibo, you are now unconscious. Hamilton's going to laugh out loud and say, finally, elf versus elf. Let's see who survives.
Oh my god, just shut the fuck up.
And he reaches out with his arm and he points at himself. That's the end of round 6. We're going to start the top of round 7 with Melody, who has fallen from the sky, surrounded in grease. Melody, would you like to make a death save?
I would rather make a death save than not. That's a 13.
Okay, that's 1 save. And that's the end of your turn. We're going to turn next to Ochre Jelly number 4, which is... Oh, did you kill all the Ochre Jelly number 4? Yes, you did. Okay. So, in that case, Bat, your next act. Would you like to make a death save?
Yeah, I'll make a death save. D20. Wait, it's just a D20. I could have just pressed D20. That's a 7. That's a fail.
Okay, so you have 1
I
save and 1 fail.
Inspiration. I
Yeah,
can use
you
the
can Bardic Inspiration it. Yep.
That's a D6 added
Yep.
towards it.
Yep.
It's +5, so that's a success. That's a 12.
Yeah, Bat, you're at 2 saves then. You need 1 more to come back to life.
1 more. But
Next
then I'll
turn.
fall over because of the grease.
The gray ooze that is closest to climbing the rock wall is now jumping on the rock wall, headed towards Silren. That's the end of its turn. Ochre Jelly number 1 is 1 step away from Silren. It's going to move towards Silren, striking him with a yellow arm of ooze, and hit for 4 points of bludgeoning plus 8 points of acid. That's 12 total. So Silren is now at 6 hit points. That's not good. Silren, are you wearing any armor?
Is he wearing armor?
It doesn't matter. I'm sorry. It's only the gray ones that dissolve.
Okay, wait, how much did that do?
He's at 6 now total. Well, Sibo, would you like to make a death save? You still have Bardic Inspiration and regular Inspiration, by the way. I think.
I know. Guess what?
What?
That's net 20.
All right, so you are at 1 hit point, and you can take the rest of your move.
Okay, so I'm gonna switch to scimitar and short sword.
All right, let's see what happens. Who are you aiming at? You're
Which one's
surrounded by
almost dead?
4 enemies right now. 2 jellies, 2 yellow jellies, and 2 gray oozes.
I'm gonna do this one
All right, go for
and
it.
that one.
Uh-huh.
First, I'm gonna do short sword. That's 13.
That hits. Tell us your damage.
That's 6 damage.
Sibo, it's almost dead, but not quite. And go ahead and use your second attack.
So without the modifier, that's 12.
That hits.
And I'm gonna attack the same one
Oh, okay.
and try to kill it.
Yeah, he only has 1 hit point, so you're gonna kill it. Tell us how you kill this thing.
Yeah. Actually, should I? Actually, I'm gonna attack another one.
Hey, wait,
The
wait.
one down.
All right. You can't keep changing your mind like this. All right, fine.
Okay.
So you, go for it.
That's 9 damage.
9 is enough. Tell us how you kill this ooze.
I do a swift slash in half and also sliced it upward, and
Okay.
it bursts into a tiny little gray things and then evaporates.
See, and as it evaporates, you are noticing that your armor
It's
is corroded.
Yep.
Your armor is corroded, so instead of a armor class maximum of 16, you're currently at 15.
Okay.
Okay. And that is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, because if I move, I'm gonna get opportunity attack.
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah, that's about it.
All right. Well, this ogre jelly that's diagonal from you is still alive. It's going to strike at you. That's a 12. He's going to miss. Soren, it's your turn.
Bonus action healing word on.
You might want to keep me alive
See, it was at
for a
1 hit
longer
point.
date.
Bat is
Fine.
almost going to come back to life. Melody has 1
Yeah,
fail
yeah.
and 1 save.
Also at 6, and that would be not good if you die.
Actually, do Melody because she can probably heal.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's true, but if she gets up and slips immediately, then she wastes her turn on the ground.
He comes back to life and falls down on the grease.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I rather
Then your
chance
turn
that.
is immediately wasted. Your turn is immediately
Soren, up
wasted.
to you. Hamilton, by the
Uh,
way, is yawning once again.
And Melody, how many saved do you have? How many saved?
1 fail, 1 save.
Hamilton calls out, "Come on, Elf! I thought you were the smart one." But
You said that already.
Turns out you're the slow one.
Fine. I'll heal Melody. Whatever.
So healing word.
On Melody, that's 5. You're back up for 5.
Somebody's alive.
I'll move him back 1. Wait, no, they'll get opportunity attack. Oh, never mind.
Well, you could try.
What's
I mean,
Soren armor class?
He's got a 14. I'm gonna do 2 weapon fighting and attack this guy.
go for it.
What do I have? Short sword.
Short swords.
Yeah, I'll use short swords.
Okay.
So that's D20 plus 5.
Is it piercing or slashing? Joe?
15. I think it's slashing.
Okay.
No,
Go
it's
for
piercing. It's piercing.
Piercing.
Never
Okay.
mind. So the first attack, I'm guessing hits, and then D 6 plus 3, 6 damage. And then next attack, 10. Does that hit?
That does hit.
D6 plus 3. That does 4 damage.
Ooh. In one move, Soren, you almost murder that first jelly, but it has split into two, and its twin is slightly bigger now and taller because you've hit the first one twice. But well done. It looks like this one jelly looks much less mighty than it did a moment ago. That's the end of your turn. We're going to turn to the gray ooze. Let's see, which gray ooze? This gray ooze next. He's going to move down here and attack Sibo. Sibo's still alive. Yeah, Sibo, that's a 23. That's going to hit you. Sibo, once again, is unconscious. And that's the end of that ooze's turn. We're going to then turn to ooze number 2, which is... he's going to walk over Sibo's body. I'm sorry, he's going to cross... I'm going to go diagonal to attack Silrin. And that is a 21. That's going to hit. Silrin, you're going to take 4 points bludgeoning plus 5 points acid. I believe you are unconscious now.
I have a question. Can they, like, the ooze in front of it is not dead. Can it climb over?
Yep, it can. Yep, oozes can climb over anything.
Yeah, but wouldn't that take... never mind.
Nope, not with oozes. Oozes are not the same as humans. They can crawl over anything in the same amount of time. On grass, on snow, on anything. Hamilton's turn to act. Hamilton says to you all, I think my job is done. He's going to start exiting the area. He's almost gone out of the area. That's the end of Hamilton's turn. It's now this jelly's turn to act, and it's going to move forward towards Silrin, and finally... that's the end of the round. So we're going to start at the top of the round, round 7, or round 8?
It is round 8.
Round 8. Melody, you're alive. What would you like to do?
So she's gonna like blink her eyes open and feel around her that the ground is slick.
It is.
And she's not gonna stand up. She's gonna play dead.
Okay.
But she's going to heal Bat.
Okay. With Cure Wounds or Healing Word?
I don't have Cure Wounds, so I'm gonna Healing Word.
Okay.
That is...
Oh my god, he's 55 feet away.
That is 13 hit points.
Whoa! Bat stands.
Good.
I don't know if he's going to stand up, but Bat, you're no longer dead or unconscious. You are at 13 hit points. Melody, anything else?
I'm going to... Can I do 2 bonus actions instead of doing 1 action?
Nope.
Going to use my action to... I'm gonna dodge. That'll be my action. So if I'm attacked, I will be prepared.
Yeah.
Or actually, no. I'm gonna ready.
Okay.
My rapier.
Okay.
So that if I am approached, I will hit with my rapier.
That's your reaction. Gotcha. All right, Bat, your next act. Bat, you're up and at him. What would you like to do?
Okay, cool. I'd like to move. So I'm gonna roll athletics.
Oh wait, you're trying to get out of the grease?
Yeah, I'm trying to get out of the grease.
And are you trying to climb on the rope bridge, or where are you trying to go?
Yeah, I'm still gonna climb on the rope bridge.
Okay, so the first thing you need to do is stand up and not fall down. So that's a dexterity save.
It's a dex save? Okay. This is a 12 save?
No, you need a 14. So you fall down, and that might be the end of your turn, unless you have a weird bonus action.
Yeah, it's the end of my turn then.
The Great Ooze sees that you're alive, and it's going to move forward and attack Melody.
Oh my fucking god.
That is a 3. That ooze misses Melody by several feet with its pseudopod, and that's the end of its turn. We're going to go to the first Ochre Jelly, which sees 2. This first Ochre Jelly sees that Sibo is down and that Silrin is down, so it's going to start moving back towards the direction of Bat and Melody. That's the end of its turn. Sibo, would you like to make a death save?
Sorry. Well, I thought I was muted, but I'm not. I actually got another net 20.
Sibo, in that case, you jump up alive with 1 hit point. What would you like to do? You can finish the rest of your turn. You are surrounded by 3 enemies currently.
Okay, I'm gonna attack this one first
Okay.
and that one after.
Okay. Yeah, the weakest one. Let's go for it.
Yeah. And for the yellow one,
Yep.
I'm gonna use my scimitar.
Okay, go for it.
It's a slashing damage. It's a slashing, not piercing. 18 to hit.
So you hit, but you notice as you slash this creature, the mark that you left in its body heals up and gets filled with ooze. So it looks like it's not effective against this jelly.
Oh, damn it. So next, short sword. Another net 20, so
On
25.
The ooze? On the ooze or on the jelly?
On the ooze, this one.
Yeah, that hits and that kills him. Tell us how you kill this thing.
I pierce it right where it's like the shiniest in the middle that looks like a core.
Okay.
And I pierce it and pull it out. And as I pull out, it starts to burst and evaporate.
Oh, that's so gross. And at the end of that, yeah, that's really gross, actually. At the end of that turn, Sibo, you've killed 1 more ooze. Well done. I'm sorry, Sibo. This jelly is going to move towards you. That was 1 step away, and he's going to strike at you. He sees that you're standing. It misses, so that's the end of its turn. Let's see. Silren, you're next to act. Silren, would you like to make a death save?
Yeah, Silren will make a death save. So that's a d20. That's an 18. He succeeds.
All right, so that's 1 death save for Silren. Let's give him +1. It's actually Hamilton's turn to act then. Hamilton is going to disappear off the screen. Doesn't say a word.
Okay, this time, I would like to not let him run away. I don't care how damaged we are. Let's just have him not run away, because this time he's been an extra dick. He's been a dick before, but he's been a bit over dick, and it's getting me riled up. Yeah.
Well, Hamilton doesn't respond because he's no longer within visible distance. Jelly number 4 is dead, so that's the end of that round. I guess we're going to round 9. Melody, your first act.
I'm gonna begin by healing word Silren
Okay.
for 8 hit points.
Ooh,
Okay.
it works.
And I'm going to use my short sword and my rapier to slash at... Wait, I don't know that I can use my rapier. Use my short sword and... Yeah, to hit the one in front of me.
Hey,
The gray
go
one.
for it. It's a gray ooze in front of you.
Yep, I will hit it with the metal. That is a 16,
That hits.
which does 6 damage.
Okay. Anything else, Melody?
That's my action and bonus action. I'm going to... Well, I suppose I would have stood up for to hit it.
Yeah, go ahead and make a dexterity check. Oh,
That's an 18.
yeah, so you make it.
And I'd like to move around it. To
Okay.
move here. So
Yeah, you
stay
can do
within
that.
range, like move there and then move here.
Yep, you can do that.
And draw its attention away from Bat.
Okay.
Not get... yeah. So there I am.
All right. Bat, it's now your turn to act.
Cool. So I'm
Go after!
I'm gonna try to get up and move here. That's another athletics check.
No, it's Dex.
Dexterity first to stand up.
dexterity save. That's a plus 5d20. That's a. Is it a 12 again? Oh man. Yeah, that's a 12. That's a 12. That's a 12 again.
You fall down. It's
Sick.
too greasy for you, Dax.
Sick and fun and
As you
cool.
fall down, you notice that Wasabi's just like sort of clapping and trying to grab onto any droplets of grease, but he's unsuccessful in grabbing any of the grease.
Cool. Yeah, so that's the end of my turn.
All right, it's Ochre Jelly number 1, and Sibo, you're alive, so this jelly's going to move one step forward and try to strike you. That's a hit, and that is going to do 4 points of bludgeoning plus... I'm sorry, 9 points of bludgeoning plus 2 points of acid. That's 11? I think you're unconscious again, Sibo. Sorry about that.
Yep.
Yikes. This gray ooze is then going to move towards Silrin and strike at Silrin. That is a miss. And now we're going to go back to Sibo. Sibo, would you like to make a death save?
Yeah. That's another 20.
Sibo is standing back up. Sibo, by the way, you still have Bardic Inspiration from earlier and regular, so you can feel free to use that. You have 1 hit point, and you can take the rest of your turn.
Oh, yay! I'm gonna attack short sword towards this one.
Okay, do it.
And can I attack this one after
No, that,
by moving?
Yeah, you can. Yeah. The others won't get an opportunity attack.
Because I'm attached still, right?
Correct.
So I'm gonna use short sword, which is piercing damage towards this one.
Okay,
12 hit,
that's a hit.
5 damage.
And you're going to
Piercing
use Colossus
damage.
Slayer on that too?
Yes.
In that case, you murder this jelly. Tell us how you kill it with your sword.
I pierce very quickly on 5 points of its face.
Okay.
And then when I pull out the middle, the yellow thing just kind of collapses and evaporates.
All right, well done, Sibo. And you still have your second attack?
So when you do a two-handed attack, can you attack with the same weapon twice? or-
Two-handed attack means you're using 2 hands on the same weapon, and it does more damage. Two-weapon fighting is when you use 2 different weapons, 1 in each hand. So you can't use the same.
Okay. Okay, so I am using scimitar on the other one, so
Because that's in your other hand.
yeah.
Okay, do it.
So I can move here without opportunity attack?
Correct.
Okay, then I'm gonna attack the gray one
Okay, go
with
for
my
it.
scimitar. Does 12 hit,
12 hits.
and it's 6 damage and Colossus.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Colossus is another 2, so it's 8 points.
Oh, can you use it twice in one turn? Let me see.
It's whenever I attack.
Yeah, you can only use Colossus Slayer once per turn, so you've already used it.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, never mind. So
Okay,
it's
but
just
Sibo, you
6.
still managed to kill this, to almost kill this jelly. It looks like it's about to fall down. I believe that's the end of your turn.
Yes.
All right. This yellow jelly next to Silrin is going to attack. Actually, this yellow jelly that's next to you, Sibo, that has not been hit yet, is going to try to strike at you. That's a 22. That's going to hit. Oh boy. So that's going to do 9 bludgeoning plus 5 acid. That's 14 points of damage. Sibo, you are unconscious again. And you fall down. It's like you get up and you fall down. That is the end of that jelly's turn. We're now on Silrin. Silrin, what would you like to do?
Gonna hit this one. 15.
Yeah, that hits.
Hit.
It's a d6 plus 3.
It's gonna kill it.
That's 9 damage.
Tell us how you kill this jelly in front of you.
I do a cool, like, anime slash thing. I'm gonna attack this one next.
Okay, go for it.
19.
19 hits.
It does 9 damage again.
Whoa. Tell us how you hit this thing.
Same as the last one.
Anime style.
Yeah.
What kind of weapon was that? A sword? Short sword?
Short sword.
Piercing or slashing?
Piercing.
It's piercing.
Okay, that's the end of your turn, Silrin. We're gonna turn to... Oh, you killed that gray ooze.
This one not dead yet.
Yeah.
Two nines.
Oh, two nines. Yeah, you
Yeah, it
kill
was
him.
one on this one and the one on the other one.
Sorry about that. Tell us how you kill this guy then.
Yeah, it's the same as the last one. Yeah.
It's too bad Hamilton's not here to say anything about that. All right, Silrin, well done. You killed 2 things in one turn. We're now going to turn to this ooze that's right in front of Melody, and we'll attack Melody with a great arm of substance. That's a 15. I think that hits. Melody's at 15.
It does hit.
That is going to hit you for 4 points of bludgeoning, plus 5 points of acid, so that's 9 total. Oh, Melody, you are unconscious, and you are down, but Bat is still alive, so maybe Bat will do something. That's the end of that round. I think we're going to start round 9? Round 10. Round 10, thank you. Melody, would you like to make a death save?
Okay, so the grass is gone then.
No, well, after this round, the grass is gone.
Okay.
I will make a death save, yes. That's I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Yeah, do it.
Because that was a 3. That's an 8. And she has 1 fail.
Bat, you're next.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to get out of the grease again.
Yeah, please do.
Okay, so that's a D20 plus 5.
Right. Okay.
That's a natural 20 with a
Bat.
5.
You stand up and you don't fall down. What would you like to do for the rest of your turn?
I'm going to run away and go to Hamilton.
Well, Hamilton is nowhere to be found.
I'm running for him. I'm running towards him. Wherever... What, it was right there, right? Yeah.
Can you make a perception check for me, please?
A perception?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a 13.
You're not quite sure, but you see a figure running away from you that's at least 90 feet away from you presently.
Cool. I'm gonna run towards that guy.
I mean, it's already the end of your turn.
I mean, yeah, I know, but next turn.
Okay. And with... I hope everything is where I thought it would be. I bring this back up. Okay, so that was Bat. Ochre Jelly number 1 is going to act next. And where is Ochre Jelly number 1? This guy? Yeah, this guy. And Sibo is unconscious, but Silrin is not. So he's going to move directly in front of Silrin and attack Silrin. That's a miss. That's the end of his turn. Sibo, it's actually your turn to act next. Everybody else is dead.
Okay.
The turn order.
That's safe. 14.
14 is 1 save. No, Jelly number 3 goes after Silrin. So Silrin actually goes next. Silrin?
I'm gonna try to move over here and attack this one. With
Well, okay. I'm just letting you know, by the way, the one that was right in front of you is almost dead.
Oh shoot, I didn't see that
This
one. My
yeah,
bad.
because he just
Yeah,
moved
but-
there.
I'm gonna move right.
But doesn't he have 2 fighting?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, so it's
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
right.
yes,
Yeah.
that's why I'm moving right here. I'm
Okay.
attacking this one. 23 that hits.
Okay.
D6 plus 3. 8 damage.
On the one on top or the one on the bottom? One on top?
Yeah.
Silrin, with your first attack, you kill this thing. Tell us how you kill it.
Cool. I'm gonna do a cool like down slash splitting
The
it in
down
half.
slash is enough, and
not
the
splitting it in
jelly
half, like,
contracts and shrinks, falls, sputters into nothingness.
Gonna attack this one.
Okay,
That's a 13.
that hits.
D6 plus 3. That's 6 damage. And then I'm gonna bonus action healing word SIBO. Or wait, is 2 attacks a bonus attack? That probably is. Yeah, never mind. I'm not gonna do that then.
Okay. The jelly that you just hit, by the way, splits into 2. They both click,
Yep.
but they both look not so healthy. That's the end of your turn. We're gonna turn to this ooze down here next, who sees that Melody is unconscious, but where did that go? That is like running away.
Wow.
So it's gonna chase back, and that's the end of its turn. We're gonna now start round 11. So at the start of this round, the grass that was encircling a lot of the party is now gone.
Finally.
And Melody, your first act. Would you like to make a death save?
I rolled a death save, and that was a 13.
Okay. 1 fail, 1 save. Backed, we're on you. It looks like
Cool. I'm gonna.
the field is like pretty empty right now. There's 1 gray ooze, 1 yellow. I'm sorry. Well, 2 ogre jellies because Silren just split them in half, and Hamilton has disappeared.
Gonna keep running towards where Hamilton was going. I assume I just kind of go off screen.
Yeah. Make another perception check, please.
I rolled an 11.
In this case, you have seemingly lost track of where Hamilton went. But if he's going in that direction, it's probably toward the city of Zadaxi.
Gross.
SIBO, it's your turn to act.
Let's say another net 20.
All right, SIBO, you are back to life. Well done. You have 1 hit point. You can do something. You're actually diagonal from a yellow jelly. You can attack it if you like.
Yes, I would like that. 11.
11 hits.
Okay. 6.
6. Are you using Colossus on this one?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not? Go for it.
That's another 7.
And SIBO, you managed to kill this thing. Tell us how you murder this jelly.
I pierce it multiple times and it evaporates.
Okay.
And can I move over
Yeah,
and then hit this one?
yeah, you can. Oh, your audio's sounding funny, by the way, for some reason. Sorry, SIBO. Yeah, okay, so SIBO's going to type for a moment. SIBO, how would you like to attack this thing? Go ahead. 19 hits. Tell us your damage. 7 points damage. SIBO, you notice that this thing is almost dead. You're slashing away at it as pieces fall off, or piercing it rather, as pieces fall off. And I believe that's the end of your turn. We're going to turn to Silren next. Silren, would you like to make? Oh no, Silren's alive. Silren, would you like to move and kill that last jelly?
Yeah, I'll move. Hit this jelly.
Okay, go for it.
That's a 9.
That hits. The 9 hits. Tell us your damage.
5 damage. Then I'll hit it again if it's not dead. 23.
That hits.
That hit.
Yeah, you're gonna kill this thing. Silren, tell us how you murder this jelly.
5 damage. He takes 2. He crosses up his 2 short swords and does a cool slash with both of them.
And the jelly shrinks and contracts as the sludgy form disappears from view. That is the end of your turn. You can keep moving, actually, because there's no more grass.
Yeah, I'll have him move like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, I'll have him move right there.
All right, and the last thing to move is this small ooze. Melody is unconscious, so this thing is going to move towards Bat. That's the end of its turn, and we're going to go now to round 12. Melody, would you like to make another death save?
Yes. And let's hope it is a save and not a fail. And that is another fail.
So Silren, you might want to consider like a healing thing or using your med kit on Melody. That's 2 fails, 1 save. 1 more, and that could be the end of Melody. All right, Bat, you're next to act.
I'm gonna keep running.
Which direction? Towards.
Just towards the city, wherever.
Okay.
Wherever. Yeah.
You don't see anything, but you do see the eastern road continuing. That's the end of your turn.
Keep running.
Sibo, you're next to act.
Is my audio still weird?
Now it's super good.
Okay, because I exited and rejoined the whole thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Sibo, you are unconscious. What are you? No, you have 1 hit point.
So, the ooze is dead.
Everything around you is dead except 1 single gray ooze near Melody, and Melody needs some healing because her next turn she could die permanently.
Okay.
So,
let's see.
Sibo, I suggest you check over your character sheet because there are things you can do to save Melody's life.
Can I move here? 20. Oh,
if you
no,
do
I'm
that, you do
encumbered.
have to jump off the ledge, so I'm gonna have to make you. So you can do that. You might get hurt
Oh.
because that's
Is
a
there
rock
any
wall.
way I can safely do that?
Have a look at your character sheet.
Yeah, I have some gear.
Hmm.
I have rope and crowbar. What is python?
Python is a small spike that you can use to keep a door open, like you spike it in with a hammer into the ground, or you can use a hammer to nail them into a rock wall and therefore climb up the wall using handholds. The python forms
Okay,
like
so I have hammer and python and the rope,
okay.
so I can safely go down.
How would you do that? Because normally you use them going up, so how would you do it going down?
Or I can use rope to here where the bridges are spiked
Mm-hmm.
and just make a knot on that rope, the spike,
Okay.
and then descend.
Okay, so you're gonna tie your rope around the large stake holding the bridge together.
Actually, you know what? I am actually gonna move forward to the bridge
Okay.
without so because Soren is able to heal Melody.
Correct.
So I'm just gonna move forward and attack the ooze.
Oh, but the only ooze you can attack is here.
Yeah.
Okay, so just go ahead and move.
Okay.
So Silren's currently on the bridge. Melody is in the dried up riverbed at the bottom, unconscious.
So I can move here, right?
Yes, you can.
Okay, and I have a clear line of.
Yes, you do.
Okay. Then I use my longbow.
Mhm.
And that's 19.
Yeah, 19 hits.
That's 6, and then using Colossus, that's additional 2.
All right, so you managed to use your arrow to knock this ooze around a little bit. It looks like it's close to death, but not quite there. Do you have a bonus action, or are you done?
No, that's it.
All right, in that case, we're going to go to Silren next. Silren, what would you like to do?
Soren. longbow shoot this guy.
Okay.
Wait. Wait. So how many fail does Melody have?
2, so it's on her turn next. She gets the third.
Two,
she's
he
dead.
has 2 fails.
Yep.
Healing word.
Yeah, please do that.
What is it? D6 plus what again? What is it? No, it's a
D4
D4 plus 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
D4 plus 3, yeah.
7.
Melody, you're alive.
Thank you.
He can still move, right?
Yeah, he can. Soren's currently on the bridge.
Oh, actually, if he used healing word,
That was
that's
a
bonus action, so he
Yes.
can still attack the ooze.
He can still
Oh,
move
yeah.
and he can still attack. That's right.
I'll shoot the ooze.
Okay, go for it.
24.
That hits.
6 damage.
And Soren, tell us how you kill this thing.
He does a cool shoot with his bow. Does a cool shot with his bow. Yeah.
Right in the most boldest part of this ooze, and it falls down. The party looks around at the carnage and leftover oozy bits from this very long battle. Each of you 4, I'm giving 825 experience points. Party is really kind of like bloody and wounded. What would you like to do?
Can we still travel to Zadaxi and take a rest?
Of course.
I would like to find Hamilton and kill him because he is probably the most frustrating opponent I've ever come into contact with, as he consistently decides to come back and throw his slimes at us while casting
Yeah, but if
spells
he summons
like a little
another slime
bitch.
group, we have no chance right now.
But can he wait, wasn't the thing the first time was that he had the Falcon Bandor or whatever it's called, and that's what was summoning the slimes. How is he still summoning the slimes? Does he have another one? What?
You did see that he had a lyre.
Oh, so he just has a spell to summon slimes.
More musical instruments.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
want
we
him to
have no
die so
chance
bad.
right
I
now.
want
I'm
him to
sorry.
die so
He is
bad.
fucking annoying, but we can't.
Third time we fought him, and each time it just gets more and more annoying. It's just I'm getting more and more frustrated with each time we fight him, and I would like to not fight him ever again. But whatever.
We're gonna have to.
Melody's gonna dash after Bat.
I'm still gonna keep running towards
Yeah.
where it looks like he's
So
going.
the party is running forward on this eastern road towards the city of Zadaxi. You see, you don't see anything yet, but you do see, looking east, looking to the right, you see the Malagasy Ocean, so you know you're definitely going in the right direction. This might be a good time to have something to eat or heal up, as it's around 1 o'clock in the afternoon at this point.
I'm
Nope.
still running.
Running.
I'm still running.
Okay. Anybody else?
Wait, so they're going after
Yeah.
him?
They're- Melody and Bat are like running after where they think Hamilton went, but they don't see him.
I'm gonna go after too.
Okay. Are you gonna run?
Yes.
So Silren's doing the same?
Yeah, our whole party is doing the same.
Okay, so hold on. I think there's a check. It's a constitution check. Could everybody make a constitution check, please?
I got 15.
13.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a second. Roll. That's a 21 for me, and Silren gets a what's his constitution?
+2. I'm sorry, not +2. What is Silren? I don't know.
+0.
+0. Okay.
Gets an 18.
Okay, everybody passes the check. So if you'd like to keep running, you can. None of you see any sight of Hamilton the Bard. but your best assumption is he probably ran towards Zadash.
Can
Okay,
we
let's
make
go
a
towards
perception check?
Zadash.
Can we make perception check?
Yeah, tell me. Yeah, go ahead and make a roll.
I got 14.
Sibo, you notice that lining part of this road now, it's become much less rockier, and you're starting to see linden trees and there's like a very nice aromatic scent coming from the trees. They are trees and shrubs you're familiar with. Things like rosemary, lavender. There's some floral scents, and you see bees buzzing about. It's at this moment also that Melody notices that Twitch, her kitten, is mewling and staring up at Melody. It looks like it's hungry or something like this.
I think it's maybe we can get some honey,
Honey? Why honey specifically?
because honey is very it's a easy carbs. It's very high in calories and it's a sugar.
Okay, but where are we gonna find honey though?
Well, bees are around, and then I'm a forest gnome. So with my proficiency, I should be able to get honey pretty soon.
We could just go to the town and get food. I mean, it's not too far, right?
It's not too far. It's a couple more hours, and depends on if you're running. So, I mean, you can, and Sibo could search for the ingredients.
I mean, if you want to do it, fine, but I don't know.
You could also take a short rest. Silverin is very curious what's going on in Dad's mind right now.
Melody slows down enough to pull a ration from her pack, and I suppose she'd probably have some kind of jerky or something in there.
Yep.
And she hands that to Twitch, and then continues running.
Okay. The kitten seems delighted by this. Looks like as you feed your kitten, that Wasabi the rat is kind of also trying to reach out. He's like sniffing about when he sees the jerky appear from your pack, and he also looks longingly towards you, Melody, sniffing around for food.
She sighs.
I'm gonna run back to Melody and then take a piece of the jerky and give it to Wasabi, and then keep running.
While they're running, I'm gonna slow down.
Okay.
I'm gonna collect some herbs around here.
Mm-hmm.
And get honey.
Like honey from a beehive, or like honeysuckle flowers, or
like a flower, perhaps.
Honeysuckle flowers. Okay, so go ahead and make a survival check with advantage. And is Silrin doing anything special?
No, probably not.
So is he with Sibo, or is he with Melody and Dak?
I guess he'd be with Sibo.
Okay.
18.
Yeah, you managed to collect a number of honeysuckle flowers, and they smell very sweet and delicate.
Can I share some with Søren, and we start to run and try to catch up with the rest of the team?
Okay. So everybody who's now running, go ahead and make another Constitution check, please.
19.
19, okay.
That's an 18.
13.
Mm-hmm. And Silrin?
Silrin, 5.
Okay, so everybody seems to be fine, even though they're a little bit hungry and thirsty, but Silrin really feels the need to slow down. He's starting to get to the point of exhaustion, especially after that battle.
Fine, I'll slow down. Fine, I'll slow down. I'm gonna stop running. We'll just walk to the town instead.
Melody?
Sighs and slows down.
At this point, the party starts to catch up back with one another, and they dig around for rations and water skins to not feel so exhausted. So Silrin's feeling a little better, although that was probably the biggest battle he's ever seen in his short career. The party reckons it's about 4 more hours to get to Zadash by foot. The landscape is very similar to where Sivo just was. So lots of flowering plants. It seems very charming in this early summer weather. It's starting to get a little warm out in the late afternoon sun.
Melody puts Twitch down so that she can walk along with them.
Okay.
To the party, not to you.
Go ahead, talk to the party.
Yeah, what's up?
Maybe we should take a short break. Because what if we run into Hamilton?
Then we fight him.
Yeah, but our hit points and all of it is just kind of like depleted. So maybe we should at least replenish some of it.
If we take a rest, then we find Hamilton again, and he's got more slimes. And it's
Then
basically
we better
the same
run
as last
away.
fight. Yeah, but it's... yeah.
I mean, I understand your frustration. I want to get rid of him too, but we have no chance right now. Maybe we want to meet with Emir to probably join up or something. I don't know. We need more people or more power. Right now, we're very
Fine,
depleted.
whatever.
So
Can
you come up with some kind of idea?
We're taking a rest. We're taking a rest.
Is Melody or Soren saying anything?
Yeah, we're taking a short rest.
But I really... he's just going to regroup. Right now, he's alone.
Yeah, but
Okay,
what are
so
the
next
chances that he's alone by the time we get to him?
So
We don't
next
even know
time-
where he went.
Yes, but
And
taking
he's a
that-
powerful bard.
Yeah, he is, but he needs to die, and that's enough reason for me to chase him and kill him. So anyway,
So
next
in your estimate, what are the chances or what are the hours in terms of how much longer can we keep up with running and then catching up with them when Soren is kind of like depleted?
I don't know, but I would like to continue running to find him and kill him. That is all. You're making this more complicated than it needs to be. My entire motive is run and kill him because he.
But
doesn't
you're not
deserve
thinking
living.
ahead.
Okay. But thinking ahead, while thinking ahead, it's just gonna end up we're gonna
We
fight
might
him
all
again,
die.
and it's gonna be the same. It's going to be the same thing because this happens every time. This is the third time we fought him, and every time it ends up as he runs away, as we barely survive and have to fight his slimes because they're annoying.
Just point of order. You did knock him out unconscious the first time.
Yeah, and the first time was also bad.
Also,
Like that-
all died.
We also all almost died.
That's
So
true.
this happens literally every time. It doesn't matter if we have more people because we had Ymir last time, right? And that still went the same way. That went the exact same way of we
Yeah,
get
you
knocked
killed all the
down,
slimes
we come
and
back
Hamilton
up,
ran away. That's true.
And Hamilton.
But last
runs
time
away.
you also had a pig in your party, and so you're one
That-
person down.
That is true. That is true.
So here's my question. What are
Melody's
our
talking too.
chances of catching with him versus like he will just replenish and then just attack again? Like what are the chances?
I have no idea, but I'd like him to die.
I'm willing to go with that and continue pursuing Hamilton if you two want to continue walking slowly or take a short rest.
Agreed.
And we can meet up at the inn in Zadaxi that is closest to the eastern road that we're walking right now.
Okay, so how about let's make a compromise? How about you two chase after him
Yes.
and
that
then
is-
we're
that's
gonna
just-
go get Emir.
You're gonna go back to Paranch?
Oh, he's in Paranch?
He said
Yeah.
once he heals up, then he'd meet you in Zadash.
Ah, this is annoying. Matt, you're not helping.
I'm just telling the story.
Fine. Well, can Soren run again?
He's feeling better,
So
but
can
I
he
mean,
still
it
run
would make
now?
anybody exhausted to run continuously for 4 hours. So
Do we still make Constitution check?
yeah, if the party together wants to run again, you can.
Okay, fine. Let's run.
Okay, could everybody then make another
Fine.
Constitution check?
12.
Dirty 20.
9. Oh, damn.
Okay, and Sylvan?
And 17 for Silverin.
So everybody except for Bat is doing fine. Bat is starting to slow down, feeling really flagged, really kind of tired and thirsty.
Come on, Bat, you can do this. Just think of all of the insults that we're going to erase from this earth if we reach. Can you roll with advantage?
What are you trying to do?
Hype me
Trying
up.
to inspire him so that he runs faster.
Oh, is this Bardic Inspiration?
No, this is just a help action.
Oh, as a help action, yeah, why not?
Okay, cool. Never mind. It's a 6. That's even worse.
Yeah, Bat is really tired. His feet are feeling it. Even Wasabi looks like he's like falling asleep.
Wasabi, you haven't even moved. Shut up. Shut up.
And when we set back off running, I picked Twitch up so she doesn't have to keep up.
Gotcha. She's in your pack or in your arms.
I have been doing all the work, Wasabi. You don't deserve. Don't be tired. Come on.
Wasabi is sleeping. He can't hear any of this.
Okay, whatever. I'm gonna keep going. Going.
Sometime when we had a break, I pulled out some of my costume gear and wound it around myself to make some kind of a sling pouch thing so that Twitch can sit comfortably in there.
Okay, cool. So you're getting much closer to Zadash. The sun is nearing night. The sun is starting to set slightly, so it's late afternoon. Could everybody make another Constitution check, please?
7.
15.
That is a 18 for me, and a natural 20 for Silverin.
Okay, so Melody is starting to feel really tired. Everybody seems to be able to keep up pace, at least doing a light jog.
You all go on. I'll catch up to you.
Everyone agrees, or what does everybody say?
I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. Keep going.
Okay, everybody go ahead and make. Oh, go ahead, Sibo.
Can I encourage or try to help Melody with some honey from the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
You give Melody some honey, so Melody, go ahead and take advantage on that roll.
Oh, same thing as Bat. That was a 4.
So it smells great, but it doesn't make her feet move any faster, Sibo.
Wait, if it is advantage, don't you roll twice?
Yeah, she did.
Oh, you roll twice and it's still 4?
Yeah.
So Soren and Bat go while I walk with Melody, I guess.
Okay. Could everybody make another Constitution check, please?
That's the 4 for me.
4. Okay.
Silverin
Melody
also
will
gets a
speed up
4.
again. Melody will speed up again.
Okay.
That's a 19.
I get 11.
So the two guys way out in front, Soren and Bat, are really feeling tired and thirsty, and that especially after this early afternoon spike, that they might need to slow down a little bit if they want to keep their breath. But meanwhile, Sibo and Melody have managed to close the distance, and they're almost caught up.
You know what? I'm gonna give up. I don't care anymore. I'm giving up. I'm gonna sit down.
Okay.
I'm gonna stop running and sit down. I don't. Oh my god.
Can I make a perception check?
Yeah.
10.
10. Around you, Melody, you see the same kinds of lavender and rosemary shrubs. You have passed by, really small huts on the side of the road. And you've also noticed a couple people with carts and carriages going in the same direction as you headed towards Zadaxi, but nobody has stopped to offer you passage.
I rolled 17 on perception, and I'm looking for animals.
Yeah, and what kind of animals?
Squirrel, little things.
Yeah, Sibo, you find some birds, you find some, wrens and other songbirds kind of hopping around. You can detect some chirping in the distance of another species of bird. So it seems like a pleasant early summer, late afternoon.
Can I try to make some communication of some sort? I'm out of spell, so I cannot talk to them using my spell. But can I somehow make like I don't know. Can I still talk to them and let them understand?
Show us how you're going to do that.
I'm going to make a motion and speak at the same time.
Okay, describe it, act it out.
So I am looking at this little bird who just said, who's like very close to me. I'm going to approach the tree where the bird is sitting.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, have you seen this elf bard with this instrument that I'm going to point to Melody's, like the instrument that the Hamilton also has?
Right.
And can you seen this man? And I'm going to try to act out as best as I could with hand gesture.
The bird notices you trying to communicate, but it doesn't seem to understand, nor is it interested in this conversation, and it flies away.
Right. Sibo, just come over and rest.
I have...
Not worth it. It's not worth it.
Can I use my Bandor to cast Speak with Animals on Sibo?
Well, you can already speak to Sibo.
No, but cast Speak with Animals on Sibo so Sibo can speak with other animals.
I don't think so. I think the way that the spell works and the instrument, you are playing the instrument and you get that ability.
Melody, you can still talk to animals. That would be sufficient too, no?
Sure. So she'll take a breath, and once she's caught her breath, she'll strum and cast Speak with Animals. And and the first thing that she'll say, actually, is she'll turn to Twitch and say, "Hello, I'm Melody. How have you been?"
Twitch, the kitten, looks up at you and says, "I've been perfect. Sitting in this little sling. It's been my favorite thing all day."
Aw, I'm very glad. I'm sorry for all the battle that we dealt with.
Weren't you born literally yesterday? So this is like you haven't experienced very much.
Oh, and that's Gerald, and that's no, not Gerald. That's Bat, and that's Sibo, and that's Silren. She's like pointing out people. And if I tell you in common to go find someone, I'll give you a treat when you do. I don't need you to find them now.
Treat.
I will.
I love treats. I love that you carry treats in your pockets. Like your friend there has a lovely treat hanging out from his pocket with long ears and whiskers. I can't wait to eat them.
If you ever touch that rat, I will disown you.
I'm sorry. It just looked so delicious.
I know. You can catch any other rat you ever want to, but not that one, okay? His name is Wasabi.
Okay, well, I'm getting tired. Can I go back to sleep?
Sure. And she's gonna go and, can she go find a bird?
Yeah. The spell lasts 10 minutes, so you can keep talking to animals for 10 minutes.
Lovely. So she's gonna go and, do I need to make a perception check to find one?
Well, just tell me what you're trying to do.
I want to find a bird that looks like that has just flown in from somewhere.
Okay, so you see such a bird. It's like sitting on a tree branch overhead.
So she's gonna turn and call up to the tree branch. She must look so stupid to anyone watching, but she's gonna turn and call up to the tree branch. Hello, traveler. I see you've just arrived.
And the blackbird shouts back, "Ah! You can hear me! How
Not
funny! How funny such creatures can speak to me!"
Yes, well, not for long. Would you happen to have seen a tall elf dressed in a nice overcoat with a lyre, a stringed instrument, who's running in this direction?
I haven't seen one of the kind, but I see a short elf, not as handsome, with not as many instruments in your party. And the bird flies away.
Wow, very helpful. And
It's a crow. What can you do?
I suppose she just
Let's just quit trying. I'm tired. I don't want to deal with them anymore. I know we will have to eventually, but like, I'm just fucking done right now. Let's just give up and just go to town later. Ugh.
If everyone's short resting, she just settles down and sings her song of rest.
Oh, is everybody short resting?
Yeah, I'm short resting.
All right, so everybody who's short resting, go ahead and use hit dice if you want to heal hit points.
Oh yes, perfect. Great rolls. I rolled a 2. Oh my god, I rolled a 3 next.
Yeah.
Trash.
All right, so short rest over. Melody's spell is over. You're only 2 hours away from Zadash. The sun is starting to set. And what are we doing now?
Okay.
So it's been a very pleasant walk so far this afternoon. It's becoming early evening, and you see the wall. You start to see the exterior outer walls. Well, there's only one set of walls around this city, which you see is shaped almost like an octagon that juts out into the Malagasy Ocean. So it's bordered on 3 sides by water, and the side that's closer to you that connects to the eastern road is the side that's on land. So you're very close now to the city. It looks beautiful, and for pretty much all of you, except maybe Silren, this is the largest city that you've ever seen, particularly in this part of central Virlinia.
Cool. Guess we'll go into the city.
was my thinking.
So Melody wants to find an inn. That's probably a wise idea.
Okay, we'll go in, and what do we see as we enter the gate?
So as night falls, you enter the southern entrance of the city and an area of the town known as 5 Wells Square. So this is the main entrance area when you walk in through the southern gate. It's called 5 Wells Square. It literally has 5 wells in it and a number of prayer shrines to many gods and goddesses. You have now entered the city of Zadash. In the square, you see a number of people that look like young families going home, workers returning from a long day of work. It is evening, so it's quite dark, but there are some like candles that are lit inside glass lanterns that are hanging from some of the buildings. There's a little kid that you see kind of like leaning on one of the wells who calls out to you and says, "Hey, strangers, need some information. Need a place to stay the night. Happy to meet you. My name is Rilo." And he bows and kind of like doffs his hat. He's a short human kid with pale skin and greenish eyes, red-brown hair, and freckles. He looks a little bit dirty, and he smells strongly of salt and the sea.
Give him a little grunt in reply.
Hello, we're weary from our long road. So, yes, I suppose information and a place to stay sounds lovely.
Well, you got any coin?
I could.
I'm not here for free, you know.
How much are you asking?
Well, depends on the size of the coin. It determines the quality of the information I give. But you look like a fun group, so I'm happy to share stories of what goes on in this fine city of Zadash.
I do not care about your stories.
No,
Just show us where the inn is.
want to give me a copper, young monk?
I'm gonna throw a copper at him.
He said he looks the party up and down and says, what kind of accommodations are you looking for tonight? Stately, regal, with fresh carpets and bedding? Are you looking for a ramshackle dormitory close to the ocean because you're seeking travels of the distant islands? Or are you looking something more middle of the road, maybe a shared space in a safer neighborhood? You tell me, and I'll point out the inn.
Melody is gonna put out her hand and just like wave it up and down and cast prestidigitation to clean him and say somewhere in the middle.
He like shivers in delight when you clean him and says, oh, wow, I have not had a bath in weeks. I'm only usually allowed to take a bath once a week at the orphanage, but this was really nice. Thank you, stranger. What's your name?
Melody.
Hi, Melody. Well, my name's Riolo, and I stay at the Shepherd's Respite, the orphanage in town. It's in the southeast part of town. You know, the poor part of town. We call it Lamb Town due to the history of shepherds.
Poor dogs.
Yeah, they have poor ducks too. It's the neighborhood known as Lamb Town due to the history of shepherds taking residence there on their way south to Baranch or on their way north to Adamika. But you can still find a place to get a drink there and a place to sleep. It's pretty crowded and loud, so if that's not really your thing, I could recommend something else.
Anywhere quieter?
Well, like I said, it depends on how much money you'd like to spend. In the southwest section of town, that's known as University Village. Zadash University stands there. Our Library of Magic and Lore is there. So if you have any party members in looking to do some research for new spells, it's a great place to go. And if any of you have a trade that you're interested in, we have tons of guilds here in Zadash, and a specialty for Majorie as well. And yes, there's a tavern. It's known as the Mighty Quill. Many young adventurers stay there, as well as students who are studying at the university. It's a pretty nice town, and it's 3 stories tall, so I'm sure they would have a room.
That sounds lovely. Where would we find the Mighty Quill?
It's in the southwest section of town, across the street from Zadash University. You can't miss it. It's a 3-story tall stone tavern.
Could you point us in the direction?
Yeah, well, it's directly to the west of the five Wells Square, and he says, just 2 minutes this way. You can't miss it. It's one of the tallest buildings in all of Zadash.
Thank you.
I'll walk you there if you like.
Would you charge us something for it?
No, Riolo keeps it real.
Oh, sure.
That was terrible.
He almost blushes. He glares at you, Bat, and says, and kind of shrugs, like, aren't I helping you out? So he walks with the party 2 minutes to the southwest section of town, which is known as University Village. It's a major shopping district. You see a magic shop, a dry goods shop, the cheese shop. It's closed up for the evening, but the cheese shop that Riolo mentioned is here. You also see leather goods, a shoe and appendage shop, if anybody is in need of a spare arm or hand or something like this. You also see an office with a drawing of a map on the door, so perhaps it is a cartographer's. You also see a weaponry, an armory, and the Library of Magic and Lore. Riolo walks you up to the Mighty Quill Tavern. Outside, you see a lot of young, drunk people. They look like students. A couple of adventurers with earrings. Nothing out of the ordinary. But it looks like it's mostly the students that are being relatively lively. There are some more mature, older adventurers as well, kind of scattered about, both outside and inside. It's a pretty large seating area, in fact. But this looks like a popular and safe part of town from what you can guess.
Thank you. And if I
What?
were to look for, say, a rope of climbing, where would I find that?
Something magical. Well, there's a couple magic shops in town. Depends on how much money you want to spend. But we do have a couple magic shops in town. In the northeast section of town, you can find people who do all kinds of crafts work, as well as here in the southwest portion of town. So if you stop by any magic shop, you could ask around. I'm sure you could find one.
And which one would you recommend as a local?
I would recommend speaking to Chrissy, who works at Arms and Feet. Arms and Feet is the shop that sells shoes, but also extra hands and arms and legs. She knows more about the magic that is sold in this part of town. But her shop's closed right now. It's kind of late. So maybe ask her in the morning? She's beautiful, by the way. She's so pretty. She has long black hair with streaks of beautiful blonde somehow running through them. She's really pretty.
She sighs and pats him on the head. Thank you for bringing us here.
Yeah. Well, good luck. And give me a shout if you need any more help in Zadaxi. There's tons of stuff going on in the coming weeks. Don't get lost. And he smiles at you.
Where is that? We heard actually that there was a turtle festival and an owlbear festival taking place here. Where would those be?
Oh, those are in the suburbs. So there are two bridges that you can take east across the water to the suburbs. The northern suburb is Tyrion Zadaxi, and the southern suburb is Florian Zadaxi. The Turtle Festival takes place in the northern suburb, Tyrion Zadaxi. That's happening this week, in fact. Next week is the owlbear races. They start in Florian Zadaxi, and people have to take their owlbears across the hill to the northern suburb in Tyrion Zadaxi. It's really exciting. I'm going to be there. I might even gamble if the mistress of the orphanage lets me. Don't tell her.
Don't worry, your secret is safe with me.
And he leans in and whispers and says, by the way, I hear there's a lot of thieves in this town, so keep your wits about. Don't let anybody try to pick your pockets.
Thank you. We'll keep that in mind.
Keep it in mind and keep it in your hands. Don't let anybody into your baggage.
Mm.
Good night.
Good night. Have fun in Zadaxi. We're glad you're here. And he kind of skips off, whistling a tune as he heads off into the evening. Party is now standing outside a tavern called the Mighty Quill. As I mentioned before, there seem to be some happy, drunken students outside and some more mature adventurers at the tables inside. So what would the party like to do?
Rooms?
Are you asking us?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should get rooms.
So, we'll go ask the what looks to be the owner or whoever is working here for room rates.
Sibo brought that up, so I didn't know if he was gonna do it or.
You pull up to the main floor of this. You walk up to the main floor of this tavern, and you see a halfling bartender with a nose ring, brown hair with a shock of white. Even though he looks young, maybe he's aging pretty rapidly. He has tattoos of quills on his arms, as somebody who would write, or somebody who's a poet might have. This tavern, after all, is named the Mighty Quill. He looks up at you and says, "New adventurers, pull up a seat. What would you like to drink? Wine or beer?"
Nothing. Can you just give us a room?
Nothing. You're no fun. What about you, halfling? And he kind of winks at you because he is also a halfling.
I'll take a mead.
We have beer and we have wine. You look like you might be more like a student, so how about a beer?
Sounds fair to me.
The two favorite beers of Zadaxi are Barbarian Streisand and Citrus Ass Down. Which one would you like?
Let's go with Barbarian's Trisand.
Okay, how about 2 coppers?
Here you go. And she slides 2 coppers across the table and
Okay.
or the.
Hope you don't get any beer rage from drinking this. Anybody else?
What's known in this town?
What's what in this town? Beer and wine,
What's drinking?
of course. That's what I sell. The 2 most popular beers in Zadash are Barbarian Streisand and Citrus Ass Down. And the most popular 2 wines are Zadashian Riesling and Zadashian Malbec.
I'll take 1 Malbec. How much is that?
Oh, that's 3 silvers for a glass.
3 silvers.
Yeah, it's proper wine, sir.
Fine, I'll take another Barbarian Streisand, so slide 2 coppers.
2 coppers. He looks at Silrin and Bat. Drinking tonight, sirs?
No.
All right. Well, I heard one of you whispering about rooms. We have all kinds of rooms here. It doesn't look like you brought any livestock or animals with you, so what kind of room would you like?
Whatever you have, just give us a room.
Okay, well, we have some really comfortable rooms with cots that are 6 coppers a night. There's going to be some other travelers in that room, but it's pretty comfortable. Just a few cobwebs, don't worry about them. Just a few rats, don't worry about them. It's pretty normal. It is Zadash after all.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds fine.
Okay, so that's 6 coppers a person per night. Are you staying the week? Are you planning to go to the Turtle Festival?
I believe so. Do you have a reduced rate?
I do, if you intend to spend all 7 days.
She turns a questioning eyebrow at the party.
I don't care. We can go there maybe if we want.
I feel like even if we don't go to the Turtle Festival, there's a lot of stuff to be seen around here.
Didn't Silrin say he's never seen a turtle before? I think he wants to go.
I don't know. I'm not gonna roleplay Silren. I don't know why.
So how much is it for a whole week?
Tell you what, for a whole week, I'll give you 1 night free. So that'll be 36 coppers a person.
Would you be willing to lower that to 25 if I were to perform in your tavern 2 nights this week?
Make a persuasion check.
9.
He says, unless you're as famous as Thompson and Wilson, there's no way I could go that low. Unless you want to stay in the stables, of course, with the horses.
It's really not that big of a deal.
It's all right. We'll pay the 36 each.
Okay. So he grabs 36 copper from each of you. He takes the money from you. You're all enjoying your drinks. And,
No, I'm gonna call it a day. I don't want to do anything else.
The only thing she would ask is where to find a rope of climbing.
Why would you need a rope of climbing?
I would like to have a rope. I'm not even sure why, but I am intrigued.
You could have just asked for a rope, and I could have gave you my rope.
But a rope of climbing is magical.
Yeah, but like, when have we needed a rope for climbing? Like, we fought in mostly just dungeons, where there wasn't that much, like, climbing ever. There's a lot more magic items which would be more worth it that aren't, that are probably just as, like, expensive.
so the bartender introduces himself as Garmo, is his name. And Garmo says, well, right across the street is a magic shop called the Tiger's Bones. You could also ask at the Arms and Feet. They sell all kinds of weird arms and hands and gadgets and things like that. There's a lot you can find in this neighborhood.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Keep an eye out, by the way. You're just keep an eye out. That's all I'm saying. It's a big city, and none of you look like you're big city types. So just be careful.
Thank you.
Come back when you want another beer. All right, folks. You can all go ahead and take another 90 experience points for getting to Zadash and exploring a little bit. And we'll stop there and wrap up.
Because nothing is open right now besides tavern, right?
Yeah, pretty much everything is closed up because it's evening.
Okay,
I mean, you could always explore and do stuff at night.
It sounds like a bad idea since they said that there was a bunch of thieves in this town.
And we're still wounded from the battle.
Yeah. So So yeah, long rest.
Long rest is probably a good idea.
Yeah.